Travis Wayne Goodsell. The news today is that Canada has joined in the Battle of Magog for the latter days, for all the world to be a part of, for the coming of Jesus. Ezekiel 38, chapter heading, Bruce R. McConkie. The church knows of this for many a decade, and so when the church put the Kiev temple in Ukraine, they knew full well what would come of it. And so when Russell M. Nelson gets up at his solemn assembly final temple reveal talk and says a major city yet to be determined in Russia, that's what he was referring to, is that he's working with Russia to cause the Battle of Magog, or Armageddon if you want to call it that, so that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints can rule the world for the millennial reign of peace. Because they made a deal with Russia so that the United States would be destroyed and the church would restore their kingdom of Deseret under Brigham Young. The criminal, as the United States shut down his church for crimes, tithing, for example, as the Perpetual Immigration Fund forced the immigrants to work to pay off the money to get them to Zion, and in return they were granted citizenship. Oops! Brigham Young doesn't have authority to grant U.S. citizenship. Now, so it wasn't just polygamy that the church was shut down for. They were only pardoned by Grover Cleveland, President Grover Cleveland, for polygamy. If you read that, or if you watch the video where I read it to you. And so they are not exempt from continuing to commit the tithing fraud that they have still been doing this whole time. They just haven't been giving citizenship to people with the protection racket of tithing. And so today the news came out, as I did the video earlier, about the church making $4 billion for 2021 with the stock portfolio within Ensign Peak Advisors tithing account. And that's separate from the 200 billion plus that's in there. And so if you're paying attention to the news, the church was the first to flee. The church didn't flee from the UAE, which is at war now with Yemen. The United States has joined in that war to defend UAE. The church didn't withdraw the missionaries from Hong Kong when China came in and conquered it, destroyed the print presses, so that only China news all day, every day is available for Hong Kongese, or Hong Kongites, the people of Hong Kong, the residents. And the church didn't pull out missionaries from Taiwan, as China is now threatening Taiwan with bombers and all sorts of stuff, just like Putin is doing. Nope, the church only pulled out missionaries from Ukraine because they know and understand it has to do with them getting their kingdom of Deseret back, that they made the deal with Putin back in 2018 for. That's why Orrin Hatch rushed to get the Trump tax bill, because it was for the church, not for Trump. But because it helped Trump, Trump rewarded Hatch with a medal And you're not supposed to receive awards, and it's too common in our government, so I think everybody's sort of forgotten that they can't get awards. But whatever. So yeah, he and Senator Brown are that famous, infamous criticism of Hatch for the bill is still plentiful on YouTube. I was born poor. How dare you suggest that this is for the rich? Whatever. Get out of here. You notice we really don't hear too much from him anymore. They just go and hide. So, yeah. This is how you know, despite all this other news controversy as to is Putin going to do it, is he not going to do it? Well, you know, Canada is now certain. And so they're now sending lethal aid to Ukraine. 7.8 million worth of lethal equipment and ammunition. Germany, I saw, has now sent troops to assist in this battle. They were mocked for sending non-lethal stuff. And so now they finally sent in some military personnel. Putin has now suggested that he has about 130,000 troops, as the sea is causing controversy now with submarines and whatever warship that they have out there that's causing tauntings. And it's, if you remember Turn the Other Cheek from the New Testament, everybody gets that wrong, because you're facing somebody, and if somebody smites you on your right cheek, because you have to think about it, you have to actually get somebody to help demonstrate it. In order for them to smite you on your right cheek, they have to use their right hand, because the left hand is the evil hand. It's the deceptive one where you hide the knife to stab them in the back. So yes, right hand. And so how do you? No, you have to slap them. So when somebody taunts you by slapping you to fight them, according to Jewish law at the Roman period time, that does not constitute a fight, first blood. And so what Jesus is telling people to do is turn the left cheek. So now, boom, it constitutes first blood, and you can now sue that person in the Jewish courts or the Roman courts, and they get locked up, and you are free from your tormentor. All of it involves how to sue people who are abusing you. And that is just completely gone, as The Simpsons is the perfect illustration of mocking that belief with Ned Flanders, who is a pushover for Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson just steals everything and abuses Ned Flanders, takes advantage of him, and Ned Flanders says, "Oh, I have to do it because I'm a Christian." No. If people are going to want to attack you, you set them up so that they get locked up. And so Putin, he's already drawn first blood. He's cyber attacked people, not just America, but other countries as well. He's poisoned people in other people's countries. And so he's not innocent, as he claims. And so this surrounding of Ukraine is, as everybody understands it, it's the prelude to an attack. But for people to let him get his foothold, dear God, guys, do you want to get your ass kicked? I mean, seriously. Putin has no problem using nukes or chemical warfare. He even came out and said, I'll use nukes if you provoke me. NATO is provoking me. And so yeah, he has no problem. So don't be fooled by him. He is KGB trained. He knows the art of war. He knows the game of chess. And so, yes, I see exactly what he's doing. But, yeah, the church caused it. And remember, they left first because they know that Putin will go through with it. And I've been trying to get my government to understand this way back from the beginning. Sending them tips and documents and evidence, and they just let it happen to where we are now because they, thought it was Bigfoot that took it. If you saw National Treasure, I mean, literally, dear God, you watch the movie and you think it's a joke that the FBI dismisses the claim that somebody's going to steal the Declaration of Independence, and then somebody steals the Declaration of Independence. And then the representative for the FBI is there talking to the investigator. We got a tip a couple of days ago saying that somebody was going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And, well, we didn't consider it a credible threat, so we sort of threw it away in our special file. What about now? It's exactly what they did to me. I gave everything on the church. There are so long lists of crimes that they're committing, and they just, nope, not credible. And here they go. Boom. So, now, remember, the church is also involved in war crimes. So, yeah, this is going to happen. It's just when Putin decides to make it happen. And remember, it was me who exposed it. And the church was furious with this bombshell discovery that they destroyed my life because of it, because I exposed the church with this. I mean, they were pissed before and they were tormenting me and trying to destroy me, but I always came through and survived. Not this time. This, I've crossed a line and I'm destroyed. Literally. I have no idea when my internet will go down. I have other things that have already shut down. Accounts tanked. All because of the church. So, despite all my attempts to warn America, our government, through our intelligence agencies and the federal courts here in Utah, I'm destroyed and America is about to be destroyed because they didn't think I was credible.